Kelly Auty is a remarkable woman who has worked in the performing arts industry for over 40 years. Kelly is a Melbourne-based singer, dancer, composer, producer, mentor and voice coach. She's inspired by the works of a multitude of women performers across the genres from Bessie Smith to recent times.
I was raised by people who trained us or taught us that we were people first. You're not a girl first, you're a person. The challenge of inequality generally in the world, I think most people have seen it, heard it, been in it, done it, watched it. I think we all know that it exists. 150 odd years ago, if you wanted to be a woman on stage, you needed to be a bloke in a frock. In the entertainment industry, we've had the Me Too campaign that's been happening of late, and that's very interesting because that's to do with sexual harassment within the workplace, within a creative workplace. I think the powers that be, who maybe control more of the business side of the industry, need to have a look at their own rule books again, and I think we need to find a level of equality. The talk is going around in circles. We need more equality generally between the genders and the different races. I mean, everyone has a talent. The women I work with in the music industry they're smart, they're educated, they're talented, they're strong, they're powerful, incredible women. We need to help them seek out what they can do. I had to write Too Short because I was driving to a show in the countryside and I heard Sharon Jones from the Dap Kings talking in an interview. She was saying that in her early career someone had said to her, Sharon, I don't think you'll make it in music because you're too short, you're too fat, you're too black and too old. So I was stunned. I mean, it is the 21st century after all, and I thought, how many ways could you be insulted or put down for who you are? I had to write that song because you can't ignore that. Get out of town, I'm screaming in a 16-8 zone. Fashion, little passion, it's still going on. Over God, over down. I'm the leaf that all will tree. I thought of all the women who've been told you're too short, too fat, too black, too old. The early years of my life, we travelled around a lot. As I recall, it was a bit like being in a gypsy caravan. My dad was a veterinarian and agronomist, and we lived in Kununurra Research Station in the Kimberley. We played and ran around in the paddocks and climbed hay bales, and it was just really free. And then we went to Darwin and got into normal school, normal life, if you like to call it that. I had both of my sons by the time I was 24. By the time my boys were 6 and 4, I was a single mother, and they always came first. And it wasn't until the boys were probably in their late teenage years that I had the freedom to really focus on the music. And it wasn't until I was 40 that I made my first album. So yeah, it's like I had two distinct, separate lives. The one when the kids were younger, when I was hobbying and learning my craft, and then the after 40 where I've been making albums and doing more tours, more supports, more festivals, and treating it more as a career. the biggest influences, storytellers, honest storytelling, and music that might make a difference, music that can move your heart, music that can educate or heal. My parents loved anything that was folky or activist. We had Miriam Makeba, we had Paul Robeson, Odetta. If I could turn back the clock, I don't think I would change anything. I'm very happy that I got to be a mum and have a career. I'm really happy that I got to work with so many young people, teaching singing and stagecraft and directing musicals and working in schools. I don't have to apologise to myself for being less than I could have creatively. It's been a really interesting life. I don't have any complaints. I wouldn't change anything.
Nobody knows you when you're down and out. I recall when I first heard you sing.